Welcome to Monday morning movement and meditation. Monday morning movement and meditation practice. I'm Ashley and I'll be guiding you through the next 30-ish or so minutes, probably about 30 minutes. And it's broken up into 3 sections: movements, sun salutation, yoga poses, and meditation. Today I'm bringing our theme or affirmation, or whatever you want to call it, from this book. This is A Year of Living Your Yoga by Judith Hanson Lassiter. Very popular book, and it goes day by day and gives you a little way to live your yoga on or off the mat. And so today, for January 25th, I'm just going to choose the one for today. It says, "Be who you are, where you are." And more about that. The more we are ourselves, the more we enjoy our life. Today, if you are in an uncomfortable, even restrictive situation, don't be afraid to speak your truth with love. So we're going to be who we are, where we are right now. And let's practice that with getting to some movement. So taking that deep breath and sort of soaking that in for a moment. Who are you? Who am I? Can we be that? Can we show up exactly as we are in this moment? That's a practice that we can cultivate and stay with as we become, more avid yoga practitioners and just as we live life. So take your feet wide, bend the knees, hands next to the thighs, and on the in-breath, draw the hands up to the shoulders. On the out-breath, exhale as you flip the palms, pressing down, hands to the thighs. And we keep going in and out, starting to really feel that abdominal contraction as you exhale every ounce of air. Adding a slight tilt of the pelvis, keeping the tailbone pointed down. And we've got this sort of strong stance while we work this gentle breath. So you can always make this practice your own. If there is a movement you would like to take a little differently, that's awesome. Find your own journey, your own path, your own yoga practice. Okay, let's do one more breath, just because. And then as those hands float down, chin comes to the chest, rock your head side to side. Half circles or full circles. You can pause or keep moving. Work towards drawing those shoulders down and away from the ears, down the back. And bring your head back up to the center. Look over your right shoulder. And then look over your left shoulder. And back to the center. Make fists with the hands. We'll do our arm circles. Flat to the body. And switch directions. Good. And bring those hands down. Whew. Shake it out. Hands, wrists, elbows. Bent knees again. Waist twists. Let's take the hands and elbows and move front to back, side to side, elbows forward and back. So every movement, every bit of strength is stemming from our core. So we keep it strong and engaged, even just slightly. Always a nice lock and a lift. In yoga, these are the bandhas when we lift. There's Uddiyana Bandha, that core strength, that core lock. There's some others too. but I'll just mention that one for now. Make fists with the hands, slow it down, and we've got our little taps as we sway the hips, Tibetan body pounding, making vibrations on the lower back and just above the chest, the kidneys and the lymph nodes. This is a cleansing movement. Ready for your Monday. Must cleanse from the weekend. Okay, and release and slow that down. Arms up, reach up, bend the elbows, exhale. Let's press it back, squeeze the shoulders, inhale, open the fingers. Exhale, press one hand down, other hand comes across for that side bend. And we'll do 2 each side. So the inhale and the exhale, moving with that breath. As you finish that, reach up and then take the hands down. Let's take those feet a little wider. And getting into some, side lunges. So feet a little bit wider, bend the right knee, lean to the left. Or straighten that left leg. That's what I meant. Switch sides. And switch sides. One more time. Kind of like a fitness warm-up here, but we'll add our arms. So we come back to center, the star position. Open the arms. As you bend the right knee, lean to the straight leg side, reaching. You can even make blocking hands. And then switch sides. However you want to do your arms in between is fine. And see if you can stay lower as you shift. Don't allow the head to come up at all. Stay low as you shift right to left. Gaining a little bit of power with our breath, with our movement. This squat in between. One of my favorite moves that I should probably bring to my practice a little bit more. And we'll do one more. And with that, step the feet together, reach up. You might be on the side of the mat or on your floor, that's okay. Hands down by your side. Legs, step one foot back. Knee comes up. High knees or high kicks. Another good opportunity to strengthen that midsection. Feel the hamstrings, work on balance. And switch legs. And then bring your legs down. We'll come to a finale of our first third of our practice. Step to the top of your yoga mat. All right, showing up in our truth. We do that on our yoga mat, in our practice, and out in the world. But let's take those feet hip distance, reach up, connect the hands, and just draw them down to your heart for a moment. Be who you are, where you are. Let that soak in. It's a practice in being true to yourself in any situation. So let's be true to ourselves, even in our movement. As we reach up, inhale. Fingertips reach towards the sky. Exhale, open the arms, fold forward. Lengthen through that back. So we come into a half lift. Knees can be bent. Exhale, plant the hands down and walk your feet back. We'll work through a first sun salutation A. So shifting into a plank pose, fingers and hands are under the shoulders. Knees can be up or down as long as there's length through the entire body, knees to crown of the head. Look beyond the yoga mat just a couple inches, or look in front of the fingers about a foot. Bend the elbows and hug your rib cage as you descend. You lower to chaturanga. Press into the hands, straighten the arms, round the back just a little, arch the back. Up dog, it can be kneeling or off the knees. Look down, press into the hands, use that core strength to send those hips up and back. Downward facing dog. This is our first down dog. Good place to check in, to release. Take longer exhales. And also feel the calves, the upper body strengthening. Then we'll walk the feet forward to the top of the mat to finish this first sun salutation A. Feet can stay hip distance apart, half lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. All the way down. Rising up, look forward, open those arms, reach out and up. And hands come down to your heart. We'll do one more until we get to down dog. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Half lift, inhale. Step back to plank pose, exhale. Take a deep breath in. And shift forward a little bit as you bend those elbows lower. And you can skip this push-up too. Don't worry about it. Upward facing dog, inhale. And downward facing dog. In fact, I should probably be skipping it due to shoulder issues. So we're in our down dog currently. Take the knees down, both of them. Knees to the floor. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Getting into some cat and cow poses. Arch the back, look up. And round and look down. See if you can find any parts of the spine that need a little extra attention or that we can focus on. Instead of just tilting, using that lower back, see if we can add more squeeze between the shoulders. More press through the entire back as you lift. And one more. And bring it back to a neutral position. I'm going to add a spinal extension, a great balance position, as well as more core strength, because just going for that today. And extend, pick a leg, extend it back. I've got my left leg back. You could do your left or your right. The opposite hand reaches forward. And find a long, straight line from heel to fingertips. A little bend in that bottom elbow, the hand that's on the floor. So you keep the tricep alive and keep everything activated. Take a deep breath as you're here. Reach longer. Exhale, hug the elbow and the knee together. 2 more times. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull it in. Reach and extend. And then pull in. Full exhale. Extend, reach it, hold it. And we can hold here, continue, or come along with me and bend that back knee. Reach back with that front arm. You may or may not find the foot, but we'll lift into a little bit of a back bend as you gaze forward. If you've got the foot, press into the hand. And then release it gently. Bring it back down. Take those knees a little wider. Sit back in child's pose, sitting on the heels. Reaching a bit longer, feeling that back stretch out. And we'll bring it back to our hands and knees. We've got the other side. Of course, we've got to keep it even. Other leg goes straight back. Hand goes straight forward. Spinal extension. Really get a really great warm-up movement. And at any time, this is a bit much for the balance, you can keep the hand down and just work the leg. So you take a deep breath in, reaching longer. Exhale, hug the elbow to the knee. or round the back even more so your elbow and knee pass each other. Inhale, extend it. Exhale, pull in. Extend and pull in. Extend and either stay here or bend that back knee, reach back with the hand. You may or may not find the ankle or the foot. We add this gaze that goes forward. And slow, steady breath. Okay, release it, bring it down. Take both knees down. Again, a little wider, sit back on the heels once more. Child's pose. Extend through the arms, hands about shoulder distance apart. We're going to keep the hands and the feet in the same distance where they are apart from each other. Shift forward, simply tuck the toes under, lift the knees and send those hips up and back, downward facing dog. Bend the knees and walk your feet forward to the top of the mat. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Rising up tall, inhale, reach up. And bring your hands together into your heart. We've got a couple poses standing, only a little bit of time left. So I'm going to step my right foot back, but you can also, pick a leg. I'm stepping the right foot back. You might go for the left foot. Take the back heel and spin it down. So we're heading to warrior two. Line up the front heel with the back arch. Open the hips to the side. Knee draws over towards that left pinky toe or front pinky toe. Open the arms. Warrior two. Soften the shoulders and gaze in front of your front fingertips and pause. Can we be here even though you feel things? Feel a little challenge. Squeeze those heels together. Then tilting this, take that front palm, flip it upwards, reach up, straight up, backhand down that back leg, keep that front knee bent. And slow and steady, do the opposite of that, elbow to your thigh. Opposite arm reaches overhead or straight up. Your palms facing down towards the ground. Good, back up to warrior two. Arms open, straighten that front leg, then pivot to the other side. That's what we're going to do today, the pivot. Bend now the other front knee, the back knee. So you're on the opposite side. Again, pressing into that pinky toe of that bent knee side, soft shoulders. Maybe get a little bit lower. Gaze in front of those front fingers, what is now our front fingers. Flip that front palm, reach it straight up, reverse warrior. Backhand light down that back leg. And do the opposite of that side angle, elbow to the thigh, a light gentle tap. Extend that top arm straight up or extend it all the way, straight line from fingers to back heel. And we come back up, inhale. Pause, reset to warrior two. Straighten the legs, turn both toes so they're parallel to each other, hands on the hips. Roll the shoulders back, look up, and fold it down, hands to the ground. Wide leg forward folds. And notice if there's a tendency to want to shift to one side or the other. And take one more exhale, finishing that breath in this forward fold. Then coming into a half lift, heel to the feet a little closer together. Your hands can be down. We're going to do this kind of awkward transition. Take a knee down and take another knee down. Cross the ankles and sit back. There we go. We got plenty of poses in today, and if there's a different path or journey to this seated pose, That's perfect. You take what you need and do what we need to do to get to where we need to go. Okay, once again, we get to be who we are. Be who you are where you are. When you find yourself uncomfortable, don't be afraid to speak with truth and love. Okay, so our meditation, let's bring it back to the basics, to tap into our true selves. So we find this comfortable spot, legs crossed or sitting on a chair, wherever you feel most at ease. Try to, at least for this morning practice, try to avoid lying down. We want to rise today, to wake up. And then rest your hands on your knees or in your lap. Your eyes can be closed or gently looking down. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Then open your mouth and sigh it out. Sound is good too. We do that 2 more times. Deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Once again. And then come back to in and out through the nose with that breath. A little more grounded. Feeling the calm wash over you. And simply acknowledge that breath. Notice it. How your belly rises and falls. How the rest of your body expands and releases. Our goal in our meditation practice is not to get rid of our thoughts. It's not to remain completely silent and still. It's to allow and observe the fluctuations of our mind, of our thoughts. Observe the discomfort and just allow it to be. There is no judgment in meditation. It is not good or bad. We just sit, observing, being a witness to what is happening inside of us and around us. If your mind strays or wanders far enough, we gently guide it back like a good friend, telling us to come back to our breath and to this moment. We would always care for someone or something that is lost. With a gentle hand on your shoulder or back as you bring yourself back. Never scolding, never upset. Speak to yourself with kind words. As a friend to another. As you become who you are, we act and speak to ourselves the way that we would someone that we very much love. So we'll sit in silence for a few minutes, simply being true to ourselves, and continuing to guide ourselves back to our breath and this moment. Let's start by taking a little bit deeper breath to come out of this. A long exhale, a wiggle of the fingers, the toes, a smile on the face. Bringing yourselves back to perhaps open eyes, unless you're continuing a longer meditation. So that is our morning movement and meditation practice, our moving forward to live your yoga. Remember today, in any uncomfortable or restrictive situation, don't be afraid to speak your truth with love. The more we are ourselves, the more we will enjoy our lives. Let's move forward today with that in mind. Reach those hands up. Inhale. Connect the hands and bring them down. One more breath together, thumbs pressed to the heart. And let it go. Thanks for joining in this practice this lovely morning. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Namaste.